Welcome to part 11 of the lecture video for chapter 8. We're going to talk about access control security for just a minute. As a vSphere or vCenter administrator, you can and should implement access permissions, separate job duties, maintain your have users and give them what they need and nothing more. As usual, we're applying the principle of least privilege. You can do this by setting up lockdown mode and also by using the access control system. As you should remember, in lockdown mode, there are a couple of different options. One of these is essentially to lock the strict lockdown mode, more or less locks your users out of the system, except through vCenter. They cannot use the DCUI, they cannot use the individual ESXi hosts. Technically speaking, if you do something in the ESXi host, it should show up in the vCenter server, but you've kind of bypassed it a little bit. That's not a good thing. In normal lockdown mode, they will have the DCUI and vCenter, but not the ESXi host. Without lockdown, they have access to all three. So you could potentially have three different sets of management going simultaneously, conflicting with each other. Not a good plan. But once you've just made your lockdown mode decision, most of what you're going to be doing is using the access control system. As we said, the access control system will allow you to set up users and groups and decide what tasks they can perform on which objects. There are some key concepts here. There's a privilege. A privilege is the ability to make a change or read a value. A role is a collection of related privileges. Say, for example, the admin role can do everything. A read-only admin can do lots of things, but maybe not create new users. A user who's only going to start and stop VMs, suspend, maybe create their own snapshots, etc., that's a different role. So what we have essentially is the components of a permission. A permission is the combination of a user and a role and an object, or a user and a privilege and an object. And rather than making this too complicated, too granular, we can take our users and our groups and pile them together, and we can take our individual privileges and turn those into roles. So think about your users, provision them as normal, deprovision them as normal. If they leave, turn them off. Change their passwords. Do not give everybody and their dog root access. That would not be smart. So the next video, in the next video, I will summarize the chapter and we'll go on from there. Thanks. Bye.